Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to UW-Madison's 2010 Spring Commencement Ceremony. We are here this afternoon to celebrate our graduates and our honorary degree recipients, and I think we should begin with a gigantic round of applause in celebration of our graduates. So to the graduates, you're actually getting your degrees in what the Chinese might call extraordinary times, made difficult by economic recession, terrorism, war, environmental threat, ideological extremes, and what many see as the demise of civility in public discourse. It's easy to paint a bleak picture, and the prophets of doom are busy forecasting the nation's decline. But pessimism is much too easy, and historical perspective tends to temper claims to inevitable doom as well as to endless growth. There have been other times when doomsday forecasts prevailed. The late 70s, for example, when I was in graduate school, the nation was recovering from the loss of the Vietnam War and all of its effects. Inflation was extraordinarily high, unlike anything you will have seen in your lifetimes. The savings and loan debacle led to an unbelievable number of foreclosures and ruined families. People waited in long lines at the gas stations because of an energy crisis. Academic jobs were disappearing. In the midst of a long and ugly economic downturn and an ugly recovery, new ideas, technologies, and companies were also emerging that became not only new economic drivers, but also transformed our ways of life. I'm thinking of Google, of Microsoft, of Apple, of Epic Systems here in Wisconsin. I'm also thinking of revolutions that were underway in the late 70s in the life sciences and health. I'm thinking of cultural forces that had their beginnings in earlier decades, but which came to a head in the 70s and brought social tension, but also beneficial changes in the rights and choices for women and other marginalized groups. And many of the ideas and inventions that fueled unforeseen developments had their origins in universities, in research, scholarship, and education. Education and research are critical to this recovery. They're critical to the long-term well-being of individuals, nations, and the planet itself. It's for that reason that President Barack Obama has set ambitious new goals for educational attainment in the United States, recognizing that higher education in a global knowledge economy has never been more important, and acknowledging also that the U.S. is quickly falling behind in the percentage of our population who actually earn degrees. And while the president is focused primarily on undergraduate degrees, there are a number of studies showing that advanced degrees, graduate degrees, are even more urgent if we wish to have our economy thrive and meet other urgent challenges as we go forward. So you in this room today have earned advanced degrees, and you're among a relatively few people in the world who have. And so we congratulate you on the talent, the hard work, and the achievements that have brought you to this point today. But we also urge you to think about the responsibility and not only the opportunities that come with achievement. If ever there were a generation of whom much is required and much is needed, you are that generation of scholars and scientists, engineers, doctors, and other professionals. We need you to be the generation that addresses the challenges we face and not simply defer them. We need you to lead a shift in values from the winner-take-all mentality that seems to have taken hold in the culture to one that defines success in a way that balances individual and familial well-being with the common good. Many of you are already inventors, focused on solutions to a number of vexing social, economic, and technological problems. Some of you have already started businesses on the basis of those inventions. Every single one of you getting PhDs and master's degrees are innovators in your fields, or you wouldn't be getting the degrees. and all of you have earned degrees at one of the world's great research universities. Social entrepreneurship is characteristic of your generation. I hope and I feel certain that your experience here at UW-Madison has outfitted you with more than expertise in particular fields. I hope that it's prepared you to live lives like the ones our honorary degree recipients are living. Our honorary degree recipients, whom you'll meet later, are all alumni, entrepreneurs of various kinds, leaders in their fields, and all of them are committed to the welfare of the public in general and to future generations. They represent the values that help make this university great and help make it unique. And when I traveled in China this past semester, one of the things I learned is that UW-Madison actually is known for the three things that seem most important to us here. And I simply want to list them, say a few words about each of the three, and encourage you to carry them forward. The first is academic freedom. Wisconsin's uncompromising promotion of academic freedom is well known and well worth carrying forward. The regents of the University of Wisconsin made a decision at the end of the 19th century that influenced the entire nation. They defended a controversial professor's right to explore and to teach what some considered subversive ideas, arguing in the now well-known report that we believe that the great state University of Wisconsin should ever encourage that continual and fearless sifting and winnowing by which alone the truth can be found. To make sifting and winnowing a fundamental value means being open to exploration and debate. It means considering ideas that challenge deeply held views in the culture and your own deeply held views. Sifting and winning does not mean acquiring information or knowledge. It means making meaningful, logical, and truthful connections. Second, the Wisconsin idea. Early in the 20th century, Wisconsin's educational and political leaders defined the boundaries of the university as the boundary of the state, making a commitment that the university would serve the public good, integrating intellectual work with the efforts of those in other walks of life in order to address important questions. UW-Madison represents the idea that a university can be great in research and education and still value its potential to contribute to the well-being of the institutions and the public that support it. And third, the Wisconsin experience, by which we typically mean a range of things. I'll mention only a couple. In Wisconsin and at this university, people still believe that thoughtful, deliberative, shared governance is possible. It matters that UW-Madison is located in the state of Wisconsin, where people still value education, hard work, fairness, environmental stewardship, clean government, and friendliness. You've graduated from one of the world's top research universities, ranked by the now highly visible Shanghai Jiaotong rankings as one of the top 20 universities in the world, including all publics and all privates. And in fact, UW-Madison is one of only 5 public universities in the world that ranks in the top 20. You've earned a degree from a university that represents the free pursuit of knowledge and social responsibility to go along with that freedom. Still, as I said earlier, you enter your careers or further study at an extraordinary time, and as you work to organize a life for yourself in these extraordinary times, I hope you will resist the race to the bottom line, the winner-take-all mentality. I hope you'll want to help define the common good and contribute to it. In the words of Albert Einstein, try not to become a man or a woman of success, but rather try to become a man or woman of value. I end with a poem by one of my favorite American poets, A.R. Ammons. It's entitled Salute. May happiness pursue you, catch you often, and should it lose you, be waiting ahead, making a clearing for you. Thank you and congratulations.